Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Less than 2 weeks, boys. We're less than 2 weeks away from spring camp, kicking off the Nico Iamaleava era. What are your expectations? What do you think this football team is going to do in 2024? You know, one of the funny conversations we had over the last couple of years is Tennessee back? Are they back? Dauber liked to say, no, we are here. Well, we've been here before. We are back. Are they really back? You know, you look at 2023 and you look at it and you say, well, we took a step backwards. We went and we won 9 games, man. The expectation, the standard at Tennessee football is higher than 9 games. And then I say, look, let's rewind time. Let's go back to the Derek Dooley days, 2010, 2011, 2012. When you were fighting, scrapping, and clawing just to get 6 wins, just to get bowl eligible. Butch Jones had a couple of 9-win seasons. Outside of that, used car salesman. He could recruit. That was about it. He didn't do anything with that talent. Jeremy Pruitt, same deal as Derek Dooley, always fighting, scratching, clawing, trying to get 6 wins. Look at 2024, the expectations, the 2024 SEC championship odds. You can see there Tennessee coming in at 6 plus 1,100. Do you believe that? Do you think Tennessee has a legitimate shot at winning an SEC championship? It's not that you would bet your life savings on it, but you believe that this team has the talent, they have the coaching, they have the capability. If they showed up and won an SEC championship, it would not surprise you. Remember the days where Tennessee was towards the bottom of this list. I was scrolling around on YouTube, and Josh Pate put out a video talking about 4 sleeping giants of college football. He mentioned Tennessee as one of those sleeping giants. I want to take a listen to what he had to say and kind of add some comments to that. But as always, do me a favor, boys, smash the thumbs up just below the video. Quick, free, easy, helps the channel. I would appreciate it. Also, if you're new to the Talkin VAWLS Network, welcome. We're not experts. We're not insiders. We're not media. We don't pretend to be any of that. This channel is for the fans, by the fans. If you like what we do, make sure you subscribe. Click that bell for notifications. You're not going to miss out when we go live or when we drop a video. Dropping a lot of recruiting videos right now, a lot of good information. Recruiting is about to start to pick back up. Lots of visits being scheduled for the spring camp. Also, officials being scheduled for over the summer. So we will keep you up to date on all of that. Also, we'll be live tonight, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, playing NCAA 14 revamped. And we're also going to be talking all things Tennessee football. So come join us for that. But let's jump into it. Take a listen to what Josh Pate had to say. Again, this video is about who are the 4 sleeping giants of college football. Let's take a listen to Josh Pate.
Tennessee, nothing's changed about the structure of the sport. Like, it's still built for Tennessee. Phil Fulmer won a national title there in 1998. He and other coaches won 9 or more games 15 times. From 89 to 2007.
15 times. 9 or more games, 15 times. Talk all the time on this channel about how my generation, me, JP, Coach J, the people our age, probably the most spoiled fan base in the history of Tennessee football. 15 times the coaching staff at Tennessee won 9 games. You know how many times that has happened since Phil Fulmer left after the 2008 season? Lane Kiffin didn't do it. Derek Dooley in his 3 years didn't do it. Jeremy Pruitt didn't do it. Butch Jones did it twice. He did it in 2015, also in 2016 with wins in the Outback Bowl and Music City Bowl. That put Tennessee at 9 wins. So that has happened twice between Philip Fulmer and Josh Heupel arriving in 2021, and Josh Heupel's done it twice in 3 years. And if you remember, again, we got to remind ourselves, if you rewind time and you go back to when Josh Heupel was hired, nobody expected this. Nobody thought it was going to happen this quick. We're talking about a 5, 6, 7-year rebuild. All the Vol haters are laughing, saying, oh, here you guys go again. It's always a rebuild. It's always next year. That's what it always is. What does Josh Heupel do? He goes out and he wins 7 games, getting bowl eligible, 7 regular season wins in 2021. Yes, the Music City Bowl left a bad taste in your mouth. Should have gone and beat Purdue. They go beat Purdue, 8-win season in year 1. You still got to be satisfied with 7-6 with the roster, the mass exodus of talent, the players that were asked to leave, forced to leave because of all the things that Jeremy Pruitt did. And then you follow that up in 2022 with an 11-win season, Orange Bowl win. 2023, yeah, did we take a step back? Guess what? Still won 9 games for the second time in 3 years. And again, that's only been done twice since Phil Fulmer left in 2008. Put that in perspective when we realize where this football program was when Josh Heupel took over and where we are at heading into 2024. Is it time for the sleeping giant to wake up? I think it's already awake.
And unlike some of these other programs where you think that things have to change fundamentally, nothing about college football needs to change fundamentally for Tennessee to go back to the mountaintop. Like, the only thing that's been in Tennessee's way is Tennessee, and occasionally a misguided NCAA investigation or two. But by and large, they've taken care of that. So they dropped the elbow on the NCAA. But Tennessee could not get out of Tennessee's own way for a long time. There is nothing about the sport holding them back. One of the hottest debates I remember ever having in my radio days was I would get fans sometimes that would call in, and this is like Derek Dooley era Tennessee, and they would be calling and saying Tennessee just can't win anymore. They can't win a national title anymore. The sports passed them by. I'm like, what are you talking about? The sports passed them by. Nothing changed. It still takes the same thing to win today. They still have the same resources they always had.
I think some things did change, and they changed in Tennessee's advantage. I think NIL advantaged Tennessee. I think the transfer portal advantaged Tennessee. I think that's what Josh Heupel has been able to do in his 3 short years is take advantage, learn, grow, adapt, change. You know, you got some of these coaches out there that pretending to be stubborn. They're not really stubborn. They're pretending to be stubborn, saying that they're not going to partake in NIL. They're not going to use the transfer portal. Well, that's a joke. You're going to. Everybody's going to. I think something else changed at Tennessee, and that was the administration, right? Vols JP used to come on here every single week and go on rants about this administration and how it was Game of Thrones. Look, call a spade a spade. Philip Fulmer was playing Game of Thrones when he was trying to use Kevin Steele to manipulate. Let's put him in as the interim coach. That way I've got power. He's fighting for T. Martin. Why? So I can have power? That's the reality of the situation. One of the best things that happened at Tennessee was your administration got in alignment. Randy Boyd, Donde Plowman, and then bringing in Danny White was an absolute home run hire as an athletic director. Said he did everything in his power to not hire Josh Heupel because he didn't want people to say all Danny White did was go out and hire his buddy, but all signs came back to Josh Heupel. So that's what Danny White did. Fast forward 3 years, here we are. I think the Giant has woken up. Let's listen to a little bit more here from Josh Pate.
It's just that they can't get out of their own way. It's really hard to have the kind of synergy in place that it takes to win at the highest levels. That's why you appreciate, even when these rich programs are able to pull it off, you appreciate it. Because there are a lot of rich programs out there delivering poverty results, as Meemaw would say.
Enjoy it, boys. Soak it in. Drink it in. Enjoy the ride. I told you guys that in 2022. Felt like last year was going to be a step backwards, but I'm telling you the same thing for 2024. Enjoy it. Enjoy it when Tennessee has a shot. You see the over-under there on the screen? It's up to 9.5. It was at 8.5 for a long time, and I said hammer the over, hammer the over, hammer the over, because I'm somewhere between 9 and 10 wins. I've talked it to death at this point, but that's what we do in the preseason. Speculation, hype. That September the 21st game against Oklahoma, that's the big one. But, man, when you say the over-unders at 9.5, what are the losses? What are the guaranteed losses on this schedule? I don't think there is a guaranteed loss, but if I'm going to pick one, I'm going to go Georgia. I'm sorry, I like Tennessee against the Gators. I like Tennessee against Alabama in Neyland Stadium. That stadium is electric. We always show up, show out, show love when Tennessee puts a product on the field that we can get behind. And I think Tennessee has a really good shot walking into that game on October the 19th, 6-0, undefeated. Neyland will be hostile. Dare I say they roll on into Georgia at 9-0. Where you at? Over under 9.5. Put it in the comments section. Can Tennessee get to 10 wins in 2024? Is the Giant? Have they woken up?
So Tennessee they were secret poverty for a little while, but the resources never were. The access to talent never was. Neyland Stadium wasn't any less awesome on Saturday because Tennessee was struggling to make a bowl game. But they could be back there tomorrow. They could be right back there, and they're not that far away. The odds to win the SEC championship this year, they've got the 6th best odds. Like they won't be too far down the national championship odds board. They're a player now. But taking that next step, that would get them back into territory that, again, if you're in my college-age crowd, you've never seen them occupy.
Oh, it's so sad. College-age crowd, never been a part of the glory days of Tennessee football. But when he talks about Tennessee, and we looked at the odds at the beginning of the video, Tennessee having a legit shot in 2024, these are the reasons why I say this season is so important. The class of 25 is so important because we're right there. We've been close before. Oh, it almost breaks my heart to say that Butch Jones was close. Back-to-back 9-win seasons. You were right there. You needed to take that next step. Butch Jones couldn't do it. Can Josh Heupel do it? You got to do it on the recruiting trail. You got to do it in the transfer portal, and you got to do it on the football field. You got to go out. You got to take care of business in 2024. What's your thoughts? Are you taking the over or the under on 9.5 wins? What does Tennessee have to do to take that next step? Put it in the comments section. As always, smash a thumbs up on the way out the door. Hope to see you guys tonight live, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. DJ Boogie's going to be in the house. We're going to talk Tennessee football. We're going to play some music. We're going to have a good time. Always enjoy Tuesday nights here on the Talkin VAWLS Network. But that's going to do it for this one. This is the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.